I stood there at James' lavish party, trying to hide the resentment bubbling up inside me. Everywhere I looked, I saw things that screamed wealth: polished floors, a chandelier sparkling like 1,000 diamonds, and a crowd of people laughing without a care in the world. Then, James walked over, grinning ear to ear. He just bought a new car and couldn't wait to show it off. I forced a smile, but inside, I felt a pang of jealousy twist in my gut. Why him? Why not me? Later that night, I sat in my cluttered living room, ranting to Anna, my wife. James gets everything, I muttered, pacing back and forth. Anna tried to calm me, saying it wasn't a competition, but I couldn't let it go. I was sick of coming second. I wanted what James had, and I was willing to do whatever it took to get it. A few days later, I found myself outside James' office, eavesdropping on him. I heard him discussing some big investment, a deal that could make anyone rich, if they played their cards right. That's when the temptation struck. All I had to do was betray him, leak a few details, and I'd have a shot at that same success. My heart raced at the thought. I made the call to a rival company, feeling a rush of adrenaline mixed with a sinking feeling deep in my chest. Things went downhill fast. James' deal fell through, and he quickly suspected me. We met in a dimly lit parking garage, and he confronted me. I tried to lie my way out, but he saw right through me. Before I knew it, we were shouting, pushing each other. He walked away, leaving me seething with rage and fear. Desperation clouded my judgment. I decided to send a warning, but things spiraled out of control. The thug I hired went too far, and James ended up in the hospital. I was horrified. I never meant for it to go this far, but it was too late. The police came knocking, and I found myself in an interrogation room. The officer's questions chipped away at my defenses. And soon enough, I broke down. I couldn't believe what I'd done, how far my envy had pushed me. When I visited James in the hospital, I expected anger, maybe even hatred. But he surprised me. He looked at me, weak but calm, and said he forgave me. "Life's too short for grudges," he said softly. I stood there, dumbfounded. In that moment, the weight of my actions hit me like a truck. His forgiveness felt like a lifeline. I knew I needed to change, to make things right. I started volunteering at a community center, donating what little I had and helping out where I could. James showed up one day and joined me. We worked side by side, and bit by bit, our friendship began to mend. Looking back, I realized how wrong I was. Coveting what James had only brought me pain and nearly cost me everything. In the end, it wasn't the money or the luxury that mattered, it was the people. The connections, the second chances. That was the real wealth, and I was grateful to have found it before it was too late.